Hello. Uh, I think we are live now. Uh, uh, Still trying to work this audio. Hello. Okay. We are live. Please, audio is not too fantastic. So please do bear with us or try and fix it as much as we can. And also, we are trying to work our Facebook. In case you are joining us from our Facebook, we are trying to work our Facebook and also okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're trying to put you on. Okay. We're trying to get this whole thing sorted out. Okay. Okay, we are trying to work the Facebook link. Okay, it's about starting now. It's about starting now. Ladies and gentlemen, please bear with us. We are trying to put things in place. Okay, yes, we are live on Facebook also. In case you are joining us, and on YouTube, the name is the Beast. Please do well to follow us on Facebook. Drop your message, like us, share our videos, and also on YouTube, subscribe, share our video. Please follow this channel for current news and analysis on Nigeria and on the new government. Ladies and gentlemen, this country is all we have. Nigeria is all we have. So please, as we expect the new government to do well, as we pray they do well, please let us also follow up, criticize, and then do all that is needed to put pressure on the incoming president, just the way we did the outgoing president, to be able to deliver on promises. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Ifebis, like I said again, and then we are live on Facebook and on YouTube. Our topic today is a very germane one. That who will be the chief of staff of Nigeria? Who will be the chief of staff of Nigeria? It's a question that that need answer. Please drop your comments. We'll read it loud. We will read it loud. for people to see and to follow. So, ladies and gentlemen, feelers from the villa. We want to welcome our president in waiting back from France, who's been holidaying in France and resting after the hectic job of election. He has won. We thank God. Baba Tinubu, you are welcome. You've gone to France to rest. Rest is very necessary. Nigeria is a very large country, 200 million people. 55 or 57 of that population being young people, you should expect a whole lot of hula baloo and up and down. But we want to thank God for your life, that you are back, you are strong to come and face the task ahead. It is a very huge task. By reason of where Nigeria is today, it's a very big task, repositioning this country, repositioning the economy, trying to give hope and a sense of belonging to young people to ensure that they stop abandoning sheep and Jakba becomes a thing of the past. So the president has his job cut out for him, and then let us not preempt anything. Let us criticize constructively and also profile ways and solutions as to how it can be done better. So that is why we are here. Today's podcast or stream or whatever you want to call it is a question: who will be Nigeria's chief of staff? A very germane question, given the very important role the chief of staff plays in the life of any government. We recall vividly that the chief of staff as a position wasn't there in Nigeria during the military rule. It was Obasanjo in 1999 taking over power that after winning the elections, entering into Aso Villa, created that very important position. I see it as the junior president, because every communications, intercourse between the people and the president goes through the office of the chief of staff. So it's very important. So that means if you have a problem with the chief of staff, which I don't pray you do, you basically, no matter how important you are, except you have the president's personal number or you are the president's personal friend, that is the only way you'll be able to see the president. If not, there is no way out. So please, we want to know who, because if what we are hearing is true, then there is a problem. There is an issue. You see our screen, you have Femi Gbajabiamila, the present sitting Senate president of Speaker of the House of Representatives, I beg to say, who is a very close friend of the president in waiting. You've seen them, both of them, chatting and discussing national issues. These are weighty matters by men who knows. Aha, that is him there with the president in waiting when they pay courtesy visit to OBJ at his villa. And that is also him. So we've had to make a reel of his picture with the president in waiting to show how close this man is to the president in waiting. Now, this is one of the man being touted to be the chief of staff. The lobbying has started in earnest, a strong lobbying, and we understand that it is since given the way Nigeria is, so it is natural for there to be intense lobbying among his foot soldiers. Now that the battle has been won and the spoils of war is to be shared, how will it be shared is the major thing right now. So Femi Gbajabiamila, who represents, I think, the good people of Surulere 1 in the House of Rep, is gone in for that position to be the chief of staff. And another foot soldier that we've heard and has been mooted is also gone in for that position is the indefatigable, honorable, the distinguished James Faleke. Let me put up his picture now. I've seen this video. Let me just put it up for us. That is James Faleke, who is a thinker, a strategist, he was part and parcel of all of them, the execution and everything. So James Faleke is a man that has pedigree, has the curriculum vitae as the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Femi Gbajabiamila. And both of them have capacity, they have pedigree, they have the curriculum vitae and the exposure, and most especially and that is not the reason for this stream and this discourse. And please, if you are live with us, please drop your message. We'd like to read your message to open up this discussion, so that we can talk more on your own, so we will not be one-sided or myopic or one straight way in our discourse. So drop your message, let us know what you feel and you think. Now, the reason why I would like to lay a ground foundation for this discourse is the office of the Chief of Staff is too important to be given to a man who is from the same area as the president. Yes, it is too important. I know there is someone there who will be saying, oh, in America, in Afghanistan, in Jordan, in UK, it is not, these things don't matter. It does not matter. I know there will be people who will be saying, oh, come, the world has gone beyond all that. Look, Sunak is from India, he is the UK minister. And I have always asked them, is Nigeria UK? We know our peculiarities. As much as we are praying that one day we'll be like the Americas of this world and the UK of this world, we also understand. In fact, the just concluded election is an eye opener that Nigeria is not there yet. We saw the gubernatorial elections in Lagos. We saw all the sentiments that came up about Gbadebo's election. We saw even the presidential election, the level of hatred and animosity, the dust that was brought up. The truth remains, we are not America, we are not the UK, we are in Nigeria. And until we get to that point where we can talk and do like those in the UK, we must learn to work, think, and formulate policies like Nigerians. Ladies and gentlemen, I feel it is not proper to give a position as sensitive as the Chief of Staff to a foot soldier of the president. I feel so. So I am going to read through those who have been Chief of Staff and the wisdom behind the careful choosing. Now, the reason why I am saying this is because you remembered during the All Progressives Congress primary elections. Now, there was a candidate who had a very heavy CV, a very adequate CV. Young people in this nation needed him, but there was one thing against his election, and that was that it was reported or was muted in some quarters that candidate, everybody he employed in his office were from his church, his religious denomination, not his Christian faith, his church. You see, as a leader, one of the cornerstone of you being a leader is that you accommodate everybody from every corner. You are intentional about those you get and take to work with you, whether they are from Kanuri, they are from Kalabari, Ijo, Edo, Yoruba. In fact, the good thing about a leader is when you get to his office, you see a microcosm representation of the people he leads. That is a leader. So that our wonderful candidate, that was what was against him. And yours sincerely, I couldn't even stomach it. I couldn't stomach it. So it does get to tell us that if an Hausa man is coming to Aso Rock to crave the presence or the audience of the president, he should be able to understand that the man there is not the same tongue and language and tribe and milieu with the president. If an Igbo man is bringing a CV or a suggestion, a notion to the president from his village to Aso Villa, he should be able to understand that while the president is Yoruba, the chief of staff that he is to go through should be a Kanuri man, should be an Ado man, should be, any other tribe except the tribe of the president. Because whether we like it or not, we are in a country that has several ethnic nationality, languages, crying for I don't want to use the word emancipation. You're crying for relevance. I use the word relevance. We have 36 states at the FCT. Within that same division, there are divisions. That is where we find ourselves. Within the 36 divisions, there are internal divisions, and within those internal divisions, there are also internal divisions. But please do not let me waste our time too much. Let us hit the ground running quickly. We've said the importance of the chief of staff in any democratic setting, as we have come to know our experience in Nigeria, the very important role the chief of staff plays. Except you become a spirit that you can disappear to see the president. If you have a matter to grind with the chief of staff, you will never see the president. Your letter will never pass his office. So who was the first chief of staff, which basically in 1999 Obasanjo made this man, Mr. Abdullahi. Yes, that's a very wonderful gentleman, very handsome man. You should trust the person of Obasanjo to get somebody outstanding, both physically and this man was a colonel in the army. So Obasanjo was a general. Two men that sink together. They understand regimentation. They understand astuteness. They understand forthrightness. Things that are being thought in the army. They understood these things, and then they brought it to bear in the Aso Villa. We saw their government, how it was, how the understanding ran between them, how wonderful it was. So you see these two men, how wonderful they were. They led the country. But the point is, this man, Abdullahi Mohammed, was an Hausa man, and the president then, Aremo Obasanjo, chief, was a Yoruba man. So it balances the equation that you are coming to Aso Rock, you get to see an Igbo man, you get to see a Yoruba man, you get to see an Hausa man in principal offices. Before you start seeing the junior cadres, you see the principal officers. They are men who basically represent the country. So I want to go further. From there, we have the Yaradua administration, where you have Oshinowo, who was the chief of staff to Yaradua, a wonderful man, an accomplished man who was able to put the whole goings and the comings in Aso Villa into one wonderful perspective to make the job easy for the president. So Oshinowo, I don't have. He's late now. He's late now. I'm trying to see where I actually kept his photograph. Okay, we did do a reel. I don't know where it is now. I can't lay my hands on it. Anyway, Oshinowo is late now. It was wonderful. It was wonderful. So I want to move forward to Goodluck Jonathan's government. Goodluck Jonathan's government, he had the person of Michael Giadome from Edo State as his chief of staff. This is Michael Giadome, and that is the ever smiling Namadi Sambo, the vice president to the vice president to Goodluck Jonathan. Well, Michael Gadome was from Edo State, former governor of Edo State. No, he wasn't former governor to Edo State. I think former secretary or secretary to state, or something like that. Yeah. So Edo State, I know he had an office in Edo State government before he came to the center. So he was from Edo State, and Goodluck Jonathan was from Bayelsa State. Both of them from the South anyway. But if you understand the way the South works, you understand that you have several ethnic nationality within the South that don't even relate. They don't look alike. So you see, there was somewhat balance. The Hausa man was the VP. So these three guys was able to work in sync very closely. So we'll move forward. After Gadome, we had James Jones. Yeah, Jones Aragbofa. Jones Aragbofa was also in the wee hours of Goodluck Jonathan's government. A Yoruba man was there as chief of staff to Goodluck Jonathan. And so he had the wee hours until Nigerians told them it was time was enough. We are tired, and so they gave way. They gave way to the president, the incumbent president. The incumbent president. That is where I am going to. That is where I am going to, because at the end of the day, we found out that there was never a government that is. Bolado Shinawa is late now. He was a very wonderful chief of staff to his superior there. You know, it was a very wonderful chief of staff to Yaradua. They worked magic. You understand that it was in their government that the Niger Delta solution was proffered, and you find out the way they did it. It was wonderful, it was beautiful, it was simple for everybody in the country. And then to this government. This government came in, and Abba Kyari, of blessed memory, was the chief of staff. You understand that there is no government in the history of democracy in Nigeria where we have complained of ethnicity the way we have complained. Because Abba Kyari was from Old Gongola, the president was from Katsina, both of them, you know, from the same area, ethnicity, the same milieu, the way they look at life, the same religion, the same, you know. I think the only time we had that was during Jonathan Michael Gadome. So we needed something better, something more democratic, something more representational. And then Abba Kyari and Buhari came into power, and you needed to see the angst at that time, you know. So we don't want a repeat of that. I want to, you see, I am coming to that. We don't want a repeat of that. We want a balanced government. As the president in waiting is trying to sort out things and then set up a government, I believe he, in no time, will kick the ground running. He would ensure that things are done appropriately and on time, not waiting for a government to be formed. We believe he has come back from France. He has rested enough. He's kicking the ground running, making things happen. So you find out that we don't want what happened in Buhari Abba Kyari's regime to repeat itself again. So that is why we are already pushing to ensure that, look, the right things are done. Square pegs are put in square holes. Round sticks in round holes, so that things can go very, very smooth. And then we cannot question God. With God, you see that smile. You see that smile. He was always smiling, a wonderful man. Whenever you see him on TV, he had great experience to douse tension and to provide solutions. This is him with his principal. It was wonderful between the two of them. Two great friends who came into power. But then one went to meet the Lord. And from there, we had the INQ president's retinue in proper shape. He's done a marvelous job as far as I'm concerned. You see, he's always smiling, great smile, a great father, a great statesman. In fact, this country, Nigeria, is blessed. It is so blessed that we basically have no reason to complain. But we believe that by God's grace, we'll get it right very soon. We have faith in the incoming president that he would do something different. But then, Gambari is from Kwara State, and the president incumbent is from Katsina State. Two different worlds. So you can come and then find relevance. You can come and find sense of belonging. So that is the background of our discourse today. Now let's go back to the reason why we feel that neither Faleke or Bajabia Mila should be given that position of chief of staff, because at the end of the day, there is nobody that will tell me that if this man Bajabia Mila wants to speak with the president, he will not do it in Yoruba. He is going to do it in Yoruba. Or even Faleke, he is from Kogi State, it is going to do it in Yoruba, So it's going to be, we don't want an Aso villa that is Mbati Mbati. Look, we voted for you. We believe in you. Yeah, sir, Mr. President, if you see this stream, you will not imagine what you sincerely went through prelude to your election. I keep saying it every day. Even my family's photographs were downloaded by the mob and was passed through the internet. I lost friends. Plenty of them blocked me online. But I believed in, because for me, because number one, I have not thought of jack buying. And even if I have thought of it, the finances are not even there. So you find out that it is a do or die. Nigeria, for me, must succeed. I want Nigeria to smile like the kind of smile in your faces. So I believed in your government. I know you can fix Nigeria. If you could bring half the energy you brought into Lagos when you were governor into Nigeria, I believe things in no time will take shape. So that is why we are asking. No, there are other people. Nigeria is a place for 200 million people, talented, educated people. You can get people more qualified among the Hausas, among the Igbos, among the Edos, among the Ijos, among the Ibibios, among the different tribes in Nigeria. So we appeal to the president, the incoming president, that as much as you are trying to set up your cabinet, please, the position of the chief of staff is very important. That is one of the, see, we are going to be suggesting a whole lot of positions that people should not be given out based on those who delivered on elections. No, it should be given on credit and on merit, putting into consideration the sensible nature of Nigeria. So we believe that the president in waiting can do it. He will do it. He will listen to us. We believe someone else other than a Yoruba man should be the chief of staff. Neither Bajabia Mila nor James Faleke deserves to be there, based on the fact that they are from the same ethnic nationality as the president in waiting. The president in waiting is a father, is a statesman who understands even more than us We as young people, we can only suggest, we can only make some slight recommendations, but it all builds on the men who understand how the Nigeria system works. We call them the movers and the shakers of the polity, to put our yearnings into consideration. A Yoruba man should not be the chief of staff. The president can look anywhere. If the president want me to recommend, I would even say to make things a little bit softer and quieter and calmer in the society right now, the president can take someone from the Igbo extraction, considering the fallout of the election, to balance things, get an Igbo man to be your chief of staff, and so that the country can be balanced. So we could have, say, a president who is Yoruba, a VP who is Hausa, and then a chief of staff who is Igbo. That represents, it gets Nigeria so balanced, it gets us so rock balanced in the in government. Everybody will have a sense of belonging. Everybody will be able to, because you are, as president waiting, your excellency, you are someone that is known to carry everybody along. I want to categorically say that an Igbo man should be your chief of staff, without mincing words, without, to balance this country, because this country is for all of us. And you had my votes. You just didn't have my votes. I canvassed and campaigned for you openly. You can ask those in charge of your online to check my my Facebook channel. I was there, despite